Another one of the myths of Christmas, perpetuated partly because of the inaccuracy of the common translations, is that Jesus was born in the stable because there was no room in the inn. And of course the image in our mind is of the Holy Family arriving in Jerusalem, in Bethlehem, just hours before the birth, and the day's inn is full, the holiday inn is full, even Motel 6 is full. That's not really what Luke tells us. Luke indicates us very clearly that the Holy Family was already resident in Bethlehem when the time came for her to give birth. They had traveled sometime earlier to the area and found lodging. But what the text actually tells us in Greek is that that lodging that they had was no fit place to give birth in. It might not have been sufficiently private. It might have been a shared room. Whatever it was, the decision was made to provide a private place for the child to be born in. All of those who are mothers and have given birth appreciate the need to find a private place for the birthing process. And that answers another question often made. Why would Joseph take his bride almost at the point of giving birth on the long journey from Galilee down to Bethlehem, south of Jerusalem? The answer is they didn't travel at the last moment. But somewhere earlier in the pregnancy they made the trip to Bethlehem. Why? Well, any Jew would know why. Because the prophet had made clear that it was out of Bethlehem that would come a ruler for the people of Israel. And so, for the sake of the prophecy, they went there. That's the right place for a son of David to be born, in the city of David. They went there a little bit early. They had some arrangements. We don't know what they were, but some arrangements. And so, when the child was born in a stable, because that was the best provision for that particular experience, they would have quickly returned to the house in which they had a room or shared a room once the child and the mother were stable and ready to move back. And so it's not surprising that within a few days or a week or so, when the Magi arrive from the east, they find the child and his mother in a house. Think how implausible it is that if they had given birth in a temporary facility, they would have remained in that temporary facility for any length of time. Of course they would not have. They would have returned to their lodging that they had already obtained earlier. And so when the Magi arrive, mother and child are in a house. That's not a conflict at all with the birth in the stable, because Luke does not tell us that there was no room in the inn, but that there was no place in the room for the birthing process.